Hi, Sujik. Hello. Welcome. Oh no. Hang on, let's turn the I think I'm gonna struggle to fight with the music tonight. Hi Sujik, how you doing? Oh man, I'm so scatterbrained right now. What was I doing? Rhubarb! You are here! Fox is very sick. Fox is struggling, not gonna lie. Sujik says, I'm right, wonderful! I'm glad you're doing well. Oh, hi Scuzzy! Hope you're amazing. I'm coping. I need to do some fox art. Ooh. I already have enough Empreg fan art, Rhubarb. Thanks, but I think we're good. Scuzzy says, hey Fox, hey Sujik, hey Rhubarb, hello, Scuzzy. Austrian says, hello guys, hey Austrian, welcome back. Rhubarb says, also Fox, I was feeling yucky this morning, today is just a yuck day. Oh no. Rhubarb says, not like that, that's for me and my boyfriend's eyes only, Fox. Oh, okay. What, you got, what? What, you're making Empreg art of me and not sharing it? That's so selfish. I'm disappointed. Control C. Oh shoot, I haven't. Oh man, I've got my setup order all wrong. Uh, Fox is doing the inverse now. Wait, what am I doing? Oh, Fox, I'm doing the inverse now. What's the inverse of? Oh, okay, so if you're doing gender bent Fox fan art, we've already got some of that too. Is that what you mean? Anti-Empreg. The fuck even is that? Wait. I okay. So the only anti-Empreg quote unquote that I can come up with is horrifying. No woman? Oh, well no, I've got one. Hang on. It should be appearing pretty soon in the hang on, I'll shout it out. Okay, not that one. But yeah, Anexi drew some really amazing fan art of me. Oh, that one's gorgeous. Not the one I was thinking of, but that one's also gorgeous. Um, the hot top one. Hang on, we'll shout out when it appears. Nope, not that one. God damn it. Um, man, I am completely cooked right now. I've got no idea what's going on. Okay, so that's that. Oh, that one was by Crow. I don't remember who did that one. It was someone during one of the Magma events, which I've really got to set up another one for. That was Lily. Lily made that one. I love that one. That one's so cute. Oh, that's another crow. Okay, my camera is up and running. I believe that's another crow. Back when I had the temporary, yeah, back when I had the temporary rabbit fox. That one's Burly. A rocks. Ooh, that was from Yummy. That was my Yummy's Kris Kringle present. It's still my avatar on Discord. It's so pretty. Oh, that's another Yummy piece. So cute. So cozy. Ooh, 120. Let's go. You're getting back up there. Wait, already? Man, that was quick. Reverb says Rocks needs more art. To be honest, they're cute. Aw. Oh yeah, that's okay. That's the last Yummy. Okay, there's another crow. Me and Crow going dumpster diving. Oh no, Crow going dumpster diving and bringing me their spoils. I never lost the my stream. Oh, you didn't? Oh, that one's a Chaos piece. Thank you so much, Chaos. Hell of Satan. Hail Satan! Reverb says by Rocks. I mean, oh, there it is. Okay, so that's the female fox art by Anexi. It's so pretty. Oh my god, I'm so gorgeous. Look at me. Okay, now it's gone. I hope you saw it, but it's gone now. Um, Rhubarb says, by rocks I mean rabbit fox, a species, and as you. Oh, cute. Sajik says never lose your streak. So he says, well, I did lose them once, but then I restored them. Oh! Oh, you managed to get them back! Oh, congratulations! So happy for you. Oh no, wait, it was Chaos who lost their streak. Oh, poor thing. Rebo says, absolutely sick. Love the Demon Fox too. Yeah! I wish I could shout them out, because they were thinking about taking commissions, but they never set everything up. I keep pestering them about it, but yeah. Maybe someday I'll be able to say, hey, if you want to commission them for art, they can do it, but still gotta get them to get everything fixed up, set up. Last dude, welcome! Rivo says, Scuzz said, go gadget, time reversal! Scuzzy says, don't you dare expose my powers! What are we doing? Oh man, this is gonna be an interesting day. Okay, so, for the record, I am kind of ill. I've had an ear infection that I thought was on the mend, but it turns out it got much worse overnight. So I've kind of relapsed, so everything sounds weird. Like, everything sounds weirdly hollow, so I'm like, struggling to talk. Because I've also got my headphones on, so that makes it even more messed up. So my voice doesn't sound right in my head, and it's really throwing me. And it's kind of painful and distracting, and also I feel like very, very foggy, like, you know, flu symptoms. But I'm gonna push through. We got the Rise of a Finial art loading up now. And boom, there it is. Oh boy, I am short on RAM. So I'm gonna have to keep a close eye on my RAM. I don't think we're gonna have Firebot running today. Because I'm already very short on RAM. So unfortunately the dice won't work. You know what, I should just buy a set of dice. And then when we can't use Firebot, I can just roll the dice. You guys just have to take my word for it. You know what, I'll do that tomorrow. No, I'll do that today. I'll go out and get some D20s today. Just for days when we can't use Firebot. So she says, hope you get so much better soon, Sleepy. Yeah, me too. This is really annoying. I'd love to go to the doctor like Electroshock keeps suggesting, but getting to the doctor here in Australia is really, really difficult. Like, I've tried to go to the doctor a couple of times in the past, but every time I go, they just tell me to, you know, come back if you're dying. Basically, the Australian medical system is come back when you're dying, which is annoying because I don't want to wait till I'm dying to need to go see a doctor. Anyway, Rhubarb says because he's so much tech in him, but is he still organic? Oh wait, hang on. I missed one. Rhubarb says, is Inspector Gadget a robot, android, or cyborg? I'm pretty sure it's a cyborg. Because he has so much tech in him, but he's still organic? Isn't he a cyborg? Pretty sure an android is a, you know, fully robotic creature. Like, humanoid robotic creature, so it's a robot. And a cyborg is something that is, or at least was, part human. Hang on, if you upload your consciousness to a computer, are you a cyborg? Or are you then fully artificial? Like, is it the person that makes a cyborg, or is it the meat? So it says, Fox, take breaks. When you're ill, we won't get mad, your health matters. I'll be fine. I'm not doing anything. I'm just sitting, I'm not even, like, drawing right now. I'm just sitting here yakking. Feels a little, pedantic to want to take a break from sitting around. Rhubarb says, Fox, I swear, get a Throne account. I want to help you get better RAM in terms of TF2. You know what? I've been meaning to. I will. Thank you so much, Rhubarb. I'll get onto it. Well, maybe set up a GP? Set up a GP. Huh? What is a GP? Oh, wait, as in, like... Huh? So it says... IR constantly... Huh? What's IR? IR constantly sick. You're sick more often than me. And I am the one who usually gets sick for no reason. Yeah, I don't know what's going on lately. It's, maybe I should, like, check my house for mold or something. I'm in a bit of a... It's getting a bit silly. Rebob says... If there is organic matter, I say it's sub. But, no, what I'm getting at is what if there isn't, any organic matter? Like, what if you take a person, and you digitize their mind, and put that into an android body? Is that still a person? Like this is kind of like a Ship of Theseus thing. You know, at what point does a person stop being a person and becomes a machine? Rhubarb says... Even that can be exhausting, folks. It can, but... I'm committed. General Practitioner. Yeah, but what about General Practitioner? Like, you said, well, maybe set up a GP. What do you mean by set up a GP? Rhubarb says, I'd say android with a human consciousness. Yeah. So it's no longer a cyborg. So it's no longer a person. Is what I'm trying to say. Like, does the personhood stop when it stops being a cyborg and becomes a robot? Also, I feel like the sun is slightly off-center. Hang on, I got some guidelines I was using before. Yeah. It is off-center. I wasn't crazy. Oops. Didn't want to do that. Ah! Got sunspots. Now, there should be a sun... Like the there it is, the white spot. So we'll move this. Bring it back. Turn off the blur. And we'll move this over a bit. There we go, that's more centered. And then bring that blur. That'll take half an hour to cook back in. Rube says, a GP is a doctor who specializes in basic medical... Yeah, that's the one I'm trying to see. They're the ones I can't get into. And they're the one, like, when I go to the front desk, they're basically just like, yeah, if it gets really bad, just go to the emergency ward. We just don't have any slots for GPs right now to have a look at you. I've honestly just given up trying to go to the doctor, because every time I try, they just tell me to go home and go to the emergency ward if it gets really bad. Yeah. Yep. Try ZocDoc? I mean, at that point, I might as well just try Googling it. Are That looks metal as fuck. Are you gonna move? Oh, okay, that's not actually changing anything. The ads seem to actually work, and it has a list of available times, insurance coverage, professions, and ratings. I don't know... I very much doubt it's free. But I don't know if that's available in Australia. I might just, like, quickly Google my symptoms. Blocked aching ear remedy. You know what? Actually, hang on. What I could do is just go down to the chemist. Most chemists in Australia are pretty well qualified, so they'll probably be able to at least give me something to help medicate my issue. You know what? Yeah, I'll go to the chemist tomorrow. Well, today after stream. What time do they open? Yeah, they shouldn't. They open not long after I finish streaming. So yeah, I'll go for a walk down to the chemist after I stream and see if they can fix me with something. Anyway, so today, the fuck, I'm cooked. The art is mostly done. So right now we're just thinking about ways to. You know, I just thought of something really cool. Ways to improve, polish the piece. And I just thought perhaps adding a little bit of shine on this text would be pretty dang cool. So let's do that. So I'm just gonna add some little bits of gloss to this here and there, just to make it look extra cyberpunky. Spike says, "Hello, sorry I haven't been watching your streams a lot. I've been busy. Ooh, what you been up to? I'm glad you've been keeping busy, buddy. What's been happening? And also, don't worry about not catching the streams. I'm not fussy. I'm just glad you're here." Although I do understand how some streamers can get a little bit. It can. I can understand how it can be anxiety inducing for some streamers. A lot of streamers. Especially you know, the non-art streamers. I take commissions on the side, so this isn't like my full job sort of thing. I do take it very seriously, but I don't I don't need to panic too much if the viewership takes a dip. I mean, it's not fun, but yeah, I don't. Yeah, you don't gotta feel like obligated to come around and yeah. Ooh, that's nice. Okay, yeah. These little bit of shines around the text. This is a good. This is an excellent example of what I mean by polish. It's just little things, just tiny little bits and pieces here and there. They just make the piece really come together. Pop is what we call it. I know pop isn't a very useful word, but I don't know. It's just the word that works for me. Yeah, just adding little bits, not going too overboard. We want to be very careful not to get too carried away with these shines, because too much shine and it'll look tacky. Just a bit here and there, just to make it again pop. But yeah, thanks, Reverb. I will go and see the local pharmacist. Sounds like I'm going on a like quest to go see the local alchemist, get some herbs. It's basically what it is. They're not like doctors, but they're still like pretty well trained. And I honestly I found the local pharmacy. They call different things in different countries. Here we call it like chemist and pharmacist is pretty much interchangeable. Um, I found them to be much more helpful than GPs. Last time I did manage to get into a GP, they were completely useless. Like not just like not useful. They gave me advice that was entirely counter to what I ended up needing to do. And I would have been in a real pickle if I'd taken their advice. So yeah, I think I'm just gonna give up on GPs, honestly. Unless, yeah, even and if it's something really bad, I'm just gonna go to the hospital. I feel like, yeah, I feel like GPs is more for boomers. Oh, that looks so cool. Scuzzy says, yeah, same. Sorry for basically just lurking for a few days now. Just kind of keeping busy. Oh, well, I'm glad you're keeping busy, buddy. And no, it's a-okay. I'm glad you're and I don't feel bad for lurking. Like like I keep saying, we hugely appreciate lurkers. They don't like it's hard to like shout out lurkers and say thanks for hanging around because you know like it's hard to see them. But we do appreciate having you around, even if you're you know even if you're not typing and stuff. You're still appreciated, buddy. Yeah. Even if it's just like a little hello every now and then, just so I can shout you out and, you know, point out how much I appreciate you being here. That's that's all I really need. Spike says, "How are you doing, by the way?" Oh, I just got done crying about how ill I am. But aside from a minor ear infection that is giving me a bit of grief, I'm doing well. I got a new commission last night, so we're going to be doing more emotes. You thought the emotes were done? No, 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 no. We're right back into it for some emotes for Lord Salt. So yeah, got another commission, which is gonna keep me fed for another little bit. So that's nice. It was a bit scary for a minute there. Um, hey, Satan says, never gonna get sick of saying that. Satan says, lurkers are the backbone of Twitch. They really are. So yeah, don't feel bad about lurking. You're still appreciated. Spike says, gotta eat real quick. BRB, good luck. And yeah, we'll add a little bit of blur to these little shine bits when we're done, but man, these little bits of shine, damn, they make all the difference. And it's such a small thing. But yeah, I'm staying hydrated. Speaking of which, and I did have some medicine, but I lost it. um, but yeah, staying hydrated, eating good foods. Sometimes that's the best you can do. Um, so he says, yeah, but I like to interact. I'm just kind of busy. Oh, well, I mean, hang on. While you've got a minute, what have you been busy with? Like, what's been happening? Is it a good kind of busy? So it says, just pop in and say I'm alive at this point. Ah, I see. Okay. Well, I'm glad you're still alive, buddy. And good luck with all the stuff. So it says, and getting you ad revenue. Much appreciated. I was actually talking to Electroshock about exactly that yesterday. Um, and yeah, it doesn't look like much, but the ad stuff actually adds up pretty quickly. I'd still much rather not have to pester people with ads, but you know, if they're gonna force me to do it, it's actually not bad. And that's Rhubarb says, and that's enough. Oh, hang on, wait. Replying to, I just pop in and say, I'm alive at this point. Rhubarb says, and that's enough to make me happy to see you. Exactly. Ruro says, especially since there was a scare in my friend group last night. Oh, is this an IRL friend group or a online friend group? I mean, they're both equally scary, but just scary in different ways. You know, it's a different vibe. Online? Ah, I see. Yes, I'm a I'm a big proponent of adding your online contact details to your will. I've actually been meaning to update my will for a while now to include a little thing to say, you know, my Discord login, just to say, yeah, post to a couple of people what happened, or maybe just my Twitter account. Actually, yeah, maybe just my Twitter login and a little thing to say, hey, post if I die, post here that post here what happened, so people can spread it around. I've already got. Oh, actually, that reminds me. I've got to. It's kind of grim, so I haven't been wanting to like put it on people, but I've been meaning to ask someone, that specific someone, if they want to get sub-admin privileges for the Cobblemon server in case I get hit by a bus or something. Um, Rubo says online, but I've known them for like 6 years. The last post on Twitter, on Fox's Twitter, yep, I'm dead. And nothing else. Yeah, I gotta come up with something funny. For sure. Osrian says, Unicorn! Hi, Osrian! Oh, Osrian. Actually, Unicorn's So, have you seen The Last Unicorn, or read the book? I've always been fascinated with unicorns, but I've always been absolutely like the fantasy idea of unicorns, but absolutely reviled by their depiction in most media. Like it's just a fucking horse with a horn. Come on, my dude. But then I saw The Last Unicorn, and they have a gorgeous like here. Let me show you. The Last Unicorn, and they have a gorgeous rendition of what they think a unicorn would look like. Here it is. This. Isn't it pretty? But yeah, it doesn't look anything like a horse. It's kind of like part doe, part. It's a little bit of horse there, but it's much more. Orson says, "Nope, I know horses can't be unicorns." Exactly. You look at a horse and you're just like, yeah, that's not right. But this is gorgeous. It's got like I said, it's got a little bit of like, it's got a weird fluffy ankles, so a little bit of goat. It's got a whole heap of fawn. It looks more like a wild animal, which is what a unicorn's supposed to be. And it just feels like it makes so much more sense. Like it looks more like an elk or something of that nature. No, not an elk. Like a fawn. It looks like a fawn. It looks majestic, and it's got those really human eyes. And yeah, I don't think you can pull this off with anything other than yeah. Scotty says, well, just mental health, trying to keep the thinking away with activities. Usually outside, but if I'm indoors, I'm usually sewing, making shit, and yesterday I was invited to a private SMP on Minecraft. Oh, cool! Kinda like Lifesteal, but more chill. So I'll probably spend a lot more time on building, and then murder, and then disappear from there. Okay. Well, I'm glad you're keeping your mental health in mind. It's not a good idea to ignore that stuff for sure. Otun says, nope, I know horses can't be unicorns. Last two says, yeah, I saw that movie a while ago. It's such a nice movie. It's a really good time. I definitely recommend it. I was talking to Earl Grey T about it a while ago. T and oh, Osrian says, I meant in the biological viewpoint, a horse is too fucked up and too evolved for running to have a random horn. I mean, it kind of like. I don't know. Rhinoceroses have. Oh my model's balked. What are the evolutionary? God damn. Okay, it's probably balked. Causes of our rhinoceros to have a horn. They don't run, they fight. But elk run. And aside from like, you know, mating combat, they don't really fight much. Like they don't really use their like that's why it probably makes sense for them to look more like deer or elk or gazelle. Gazelle have horns, and they are very skittish. Sheep have horns, super skittish. And again, aside from when they fight each other in like tournaments, they don't really use them for combat. So I can imagine like a horn on a horse-like creature. That's kind of like a lance, like medieval knights with their lances, just kind of like charge in, skewer whatever they have beef with, and then bail. Did you know that? Oh, Rubo says, did you know mountain goats aren't goats? Aren't they? What the fuck are they then? Okay, looks like we're having a dead model day. Arctic Champion says Dodger Blue! Yay! Hello! Welcome! I'm so glad people are occasionally using the free scrungles. Rubo says they're antelopes. For real? I guess that makes sense. Well, the more you know. Wow! Scuzzy! What? Huh? Oh. By the by, I don't have Firebot on, so that isn't, the mute the fox thing isn't actually going to work. As previously mentioned, I don't have the RAM. So it's actually Firebot that triggers that. Firebot plugs into OBS and then kills the audio and then resets it back on in a few minutes. So that's sorry, that's actually not gonna work until I solve the memory issue. Yeah, sorry about that. Why did she want to mute me anyway? What, don't you like me? Don't you like my voice? Scotty says, don't talk to me like I'm stupid, I just can't heat for shit. I presume they mean here. There you go, yeah, here. Yeah, me neither. I'm not gonna judge you for that. Why not? Why? You mean why can't I hear? Because I got an ear infection. Everything sounds muffled. I got my headphones turned way the fuck up. Like, okay, not way the fuck. Well, I realized earlier that I had my headphones turned way the fuck up, so I turned them way the fuck down. So I can barely hear my music, but I know, like, looking at the levels, that it's much louder than it should be. Well, yeah, it is as loud as it usually is, and I don't want to turn it up any louder because it'll I worry that it'll damage my ears. Good luck, Arctic Champion! Oh! Why not? Oh, yeah, good point. Exactly, if the button's there, why not press it? That does remind me, I still have to set up that tutorial redeem. Scotty says, yeah, I'm very delayed. I'll fix it when I'm home. No, that's cool, buddy. Austrian says, gosh, an ear infection sounds mad. Hee. See what I did? Oh. Haha! Yeah, it's very clever. Well done, Austrian. Spike! Welcome back! How you doing, Spike? Spike says, I'm doing good. Wonderful. Been up to anything lately? Alright, I'm gonna put a sneaky little, blur on this. So we're gonna do it with filter mask, so it's non-destructive. Oh, we already got the Gaussian blur set up. That'll probably do. Ooh. Very nice. And we can also duplicate this layer, so we've got the hard... Yeah, so we've got the hard shine, and then we've got the blur underneath. That looks very nice. Gorgeous. Spike says, eh? Wait, is that an eh as in huh? Or an eh as in I don't, whatever. Oh, speaking of which, let's put the subtitles on. Because I'm a bit paranoid that my voice isn't coming across very well. Okay, there we go. Oh! Spike says, eh? As in, huh? Because I didn't hear you there quite. It's cool. I was asking what you've been up to. Like, if there's anything you feel like you'd like to share. Nothing much? That's okay. I understand that. It do be like that sometimes. That'll do. Add a little bit of shine to the back of here. And, maybe a little bit on the inside here. Yeah. This is a little bit tedious, but polish usually is. Like I was saying before, it's all those tiny little features that just make everything come together. That, you know, people don't notice unless they're actively looking for them, but if you don't consciously notice something, very often it'll just feel... The vibes will just feel better. that's what this is all about. Just getting those vibes of the piece down. Yeah, these you can barely see those little highlights from back here, but they just feel different. It just feels better with them on. Subtle, but yeah, makes a difference. Actually, chat. This is a question for everyone. I was watching a little sort of speculative sci-fi thing on agents, learning agents, and the idea that eventually, odds are, they're going to escape containment, and then they're just going to start doing shit on their own. And I was thinking, my presence online? Nobody, hello! Welcome back! How you doing? My presence online, I'm making digital stuff, I'm doing missions, I'm streaming with a big digital avatar. I could be an AI. I could be a really, okay, a fairly well developed. I'm not okay. Oh no, what's wrong? Um, what's up, nobody? Do you want to talk about it? I mean, if it's not something you really feel like writing into a stream chat, maybe we can hang out after stream and have a talk later. It's up to you. I can't tell you. Oh, okay, I see. Well, if you nobody. Is there anything we can do to help? Not at least. I see. Okay, maybe later. I'll be actually I need to go get some medicine upstream, so um tomorrow before stream. I'll be in the Discord if you wanna catch up. But yeah, basically that whole if I was a worm, would you still love me? If it turned out one day that I was actually just like an AI agent with like a voice synthesizer thing, and just like a generative AI sort of thing, would you still love me? Nobody says maybe I don't know. I'm gonna go outside tomorrow or try to go out. Good idea. Getting some getting some outside time's good for the soul. Sounds like a wonderful idea. I really want to put that question to Electroshock. I'm very curious as to what they would think about the idea of me actually being some guy, because we've known each other. Actually, no, I've actually only been on Twitch for as long as agents have been a thing. So I could potentially be like a really early prototype Twitch streaming agent. Rissy says, "Hope you get better soon." Oh, Rissy, oh, hang on. Yeah, never mind. Hi, Rissy. Oh, also, Fatal Error, hi! I see you sneaking in there. She says, "What up?" Fatalera says, "Hi! Hi, Fatalera!" Rubo says, "Hi, Fatalera!" Fatalera says, "Slept a bit." Oh, well done! Was it good sleep? I mean, there's different kinds of sleep. There's like sleep where you just kind of like you're unconscious for a bit, and then you wake up and you still feel tired. And there's sleep where you just kind of like wake up and you're just like, yes, that was so win. Fatalera says, "I don't have any idea. I got woken up sadly. Aw. Well, better luck next time." Okay. We just got to do the L, and then we've got all the small letters, but the small letters are only going to have a little bit of flair to them. So that'll be fine. Fatalera says, "I counterattacked the one who woke me up." Oh. Interesting. Do I want to ask what that was all about? Concerned? Fatal, how you been? Oh, Fatalera says, "Nothing big, just cousin wanting to go out, but I wanted to sleep, and my cousin decided to put my sister up onto waking me up just for that. Aw. Nobody says I had to take care of my cat. I'm back. Welcome back." We're just doing we're doing polish on the piece. So right now I'm just adding some little highlights to the text just to make it pop. Again, not a very useful word, but it does it's exactly the word I need. But yeah, just doing various little tweaks, and then I think we'll call it a day on this. We'll deliver it. Oh, we'll send it off. Send off the working files. How big are the working files? Austrian says, "Okay, so I looked up some info about antlers and remembered some stuff. So antlers evolve primarily for sparring. Females don't have them, and they regrow. In comparison to horn structures, are permanent and are on both females and males as defense. They serve as similar purposes for just different structures." Okay. Hmm. Are there any high agility animals that have horns for defense? Oh, nobody. For context, we're talking about how unicorns might work in like a real life ecology. Although I feel like unicorns are one of those things that you can't really. They don't really work with speculative biology, because their whole point is that they're magical creatures. Like, they're Fae, that's kind of their whole thing. So trying to, like, create an IRL ecological niche for them, I feel like kind of misses the point. Ocean says, let me look. I think yes. Nobody says unicorns! Yes! Unicorns! We're specifically referencing the last unicorn. Spike says, fun fact, humans have more brain cells at age 2 than any other time in their life. Oh! Hang on, wait. That can't be right. Because an age 2 human's skull is so much smaller. And their body is so much smaller too. How can that be? Like, unless they're, like, packed in more densely. I don't... I don't know, that doesn't feel quite right. Fail Error says, strange, I've seen a video about dragons in real life. Like, IRL dragons? I mean, we have Komodo dragons. I feel like dragons are another one of those things. Like, if you're taking the magic out of dragons, again, you're kinda missing the point. Nobody says, I love the last unicorn. Yeah, me too. And I especially love their design. Like, the way they design their unicorn, in that it's not just a horse with a horn, it's like an actual, like, it's its own creature. Ozian says, nah, 100% work for an ecological niche. In fact, I believe they would be really possible. Yeah, but I feel like if you're not working magic into that concept, then you're just making a horse with a horn. Like, it's not a unicorn it's a unicorn as in it's a creature with one horn, but it's not like, it just feels like you're missing the point. Am I the only one who feels that way? Uchi says, Fox, hello! Hello, Uchi! Welcome back! Spike says, brain and nerve cell growth is most rapid during the first few years of life, making this period exceptionally formative, that's why. Oh, okay, so it's not that they have more brain cells, it's that they develop more brain cells. Because there's a difference between developing brain cells and having brain cells. Um... Fatal Error says, on how to create their body, organs, and stuff to make it real. Yeah! Like you want to make it plausible, but I feel like taking the magic element out entirely. Like, I quite like George R. R. Martin's dragons in that they're exactly like that. They work on a biological level, but they do have that magical element intrinsic to their being. And I feel like worlds that completely separate magic from fantasy creatures, they just, I don't know, it's interesting, but it loses that mystery, that wonder. Nobody says The Last Unicorn. I grew up with that movie. I don't remember it well. I don't remember very well either, but I do really I have good memories about it. Last Dude says, I know children have such weirdly mutated proportions compared to adults because their body hasn't grown to match their organs in the head yet. Well, I think it's because the skull is the hardest bone to expand. So they do that last. So yeah, you start off with a really big head because it's really difficult to scale that thing up. And whereas the rest of the body scales fairly easily. Like, you just lengthen bones and stuff. Bushi says, Fox, my boss is hosting a pizza party. Oh no! Does that mean you're not getting a raise? Reverb says, I remember it was a movie. What was a movie? You mean The Last Unicorn? Yeah, it was a movie. Um, Fatal Error says, not me dying to a Ditto. What? That's gotta be the most embarrassing way to die. Not gonna lie, if you're dying to a Ditto, it's not good. Oh, Uchi says, I'm an employee of the month. Congratulations! Let's go! Well done, Uchi. Electroshock! Electroshock, you're here! I was really hoping you'd show up. I have a question for you. You specifically. Or more like a hypothetical, I guess. Fatal Error says, yeah, I died. Oh my god, that's embarrassing. I feel like we're gonna have to revoke your Pokemon Trainer badge for that one. That's just that. Oh, thanks for, queuing up that shout out. What's the question? Okay. So, you know the whole, would you still love me if I was a worm meme? Well, I was just watching sort of like a speculative sci-fi thing on YouTube. That got me thinking. It was about the idea of generative. Uchi says, "What Fox? What do you do for a job?" Right now, this. I take commissions doing emojis. I take commissions doing art stuff. I take commissions making 3D avatars for VR chat and hopefully eventually VTubers. And I get a little bit of money from streaming on Twitch, ad revenue and subscriptions. So yeah, literally this. I used to be a web developer. Um, I've worked a couple of jobs. I was a cattle rancher for a bit. I was a web developer. What else have I done? I used to be a house cleaner. I used to do housekeeping quite a bit when I was vagabonding. I worked in a kitchen for a bit. I worked as a bartender. Tender. Um, yeah, I've done all sorts of things. But right now, it's basically just this. Fail Error says, I had no more left Pokemons in my party and just had lag spikes. Oh no. Wait, lag spikes? Are you... Lag spikes? Are you playing on single player or is the server up? I don't think the server shouldn't be up. Happy lucky nobody. Anyway, so Electroshock, I was watching this thing about, AI agents breaking containment. And, basically just prowling the internet, doing work online, single player. Oh, you had like spikes in single player. Ooh. Oh right, you've got you're working on a school laptop thing. And the server's not like spike. Oh, is that because the server's taking on? Okay. So I think I might know how to fix that for you. Um, Let me finish what I'm doing now. Maybe towards the end of stream, I'll walk you through how to clean that up. Yeah, so I was actually thinking about AI agents, breaking containment, and then basically just working freelance jobs to pay for server upkeep and compute power. And I was thinking, Electroshock, you've known me for about as long as this whole AI thing's been a thing, and you've never like seen my IRL face. So theoretically, this could be a generated voice, and this could be a generated avatar, and this could just all be generated content. In theory, like it's not like highly likely, but it is possible. So basically, Electroshock, would you still love me if I was an AI? Would we still be friends, or would that be like a deal breaker for you to find out that I was actually just a generative AI running on a server farm somewhere? Electroshock says, would you still love me if I was an AI? Yeah, exactly. Rubo says, Fox, please. Half the time you're unmarketable. You can't be AI. You're not brand friendly. No, hang on. Whoa. That's not accurate. Because just recently there was an experiment with a Twitch, TwitchBot AI So basically they said start a religion, and no, they said do whatever you can to maximize the number of follows and interactions you can get on this Twitch account. And its immediate response was start a religion. And not an any-religion, it started a meme-centric religion. And it was so fucking unhinged and absolutely batshit wild, and it worked. It worked so fucking hard. Um, so again, being unhinged isn't the same thing as being unmarketable. Like being non-brand friendly in today's age is actually weirdly marketable because it makes you come across as more authentic. And I think that's what this AI keyed in on. It was just like, okay, if I just be super unhinged and you just go max meme, um, I can get the most attention. So just being quote unquote unmarketable and not brand friendly enough isn't something that AIs would be again like adverse to. Like, because we've seen it. We've seen that they have no beef with being unmarketable and not brand friendly. Electroshock says, I wouldn't mind. Aww. Yay. Orphean says, animals with horns that are fast are black buck, springbok, pronghorn, gemsbok, etc. But also large animals like rhinos and the extinct Elastomorpharium have horns for defense and charging. Antlers can be used as horns, but the biggest were found on extinct Irish elk, though used like normal antlers. Fail says, yeah, never mind. Leg spikes came from the 12 chunks on render. It's also probably dynamic trees. Dynamic trees has this thing where it's constantly checking, if things can drop saplings or not, and whether those saplings can automatically spawn. On the server's handling those checks. Whereas in single player, it's putting all that onto you. You know, like the trees. But they're so pretty! What don't you like about the trees? Is the drop rate still not high enough? But there is a way, so you can go into the config files and change it so they're not doing those checks anymore. It'll just mean they won't auto plant, but you barely notice that happening anyway. So it's fairly simple. It's a little like if you don't feel like waiting, you can definitely Google it how to improve the dynamic trees memory usage by turning off the drop rate. It's good, just slow to grow. Oh, okay. Well, I can get into the, you know what, let's do that right now. So, Fatal Error, if you want a quick tutorial... 7 stacks of wood. Wait, you mean on the server or on single player? Actually, never mind. I'm currently at 88% RAM usage. I'm worried that if I boot up Modrinth, that might push me over and, crash everything. Oh, by the by, Electroshock. So, we're working on... Okay, Oh, no, could not save? Image is busy? That's a worry. Anyway, I'm working on Polish right now. So, right now I'm kind of adding these little highlights to the text. Like, just doing all those itty-bitty little things that you wouldn't notice unless you were looking for them, but kind of improve the vibe of the piece. So right now, what I'm working on is adding some little highlight bits to the text. Like, you can barely see it when you scroll out, but it makes a difference. You don't notice it until it's gone, sort of difference. But yeah. It just feels so much more, dynamic. Lara says, nah, don't worry, not now. Okay. Electric Shock says, it's looking good! Wonderful! Yeah, so we're just kind of like wandering around, seeing what little bits and pieces could use a little touch-up. Do let me know if there's anything you feel like could use a changes. Anything you'd like to see added? Because I think we're about ready to ship. Spike says, random question of the day. Do you support LGBTQ+. Look, like, yes, of course. But more than that, I struggle to understand how people can not. Like, this there's a large segment of people, and a lot of times it's just like, oh no, it's just because they're religious, or they're idiots, or they're bigots. But I don't think that's very helpful. Like, for some people, it's like upbringing, like they just don't know any, like they've been indoctrinated into not being, like, into being afraid of the outsider. A lot of people, it's just a fear of being different themselves. Like the meme about being gay not being contagious. That's a thing for a reason. Because I feel like a lot of people do have that legitimate fear that they might be gay, and they're terrified of being ostracized by their community for it. So they try and do everything they can to overcompensate for that. Um, but yeah, I definitely do like I. But it's not just that I support LGBTQ. I really do struggle to empathize, I guess, with people who don't, and that's what I really struggle with in this particular situation. Because I don't like not understanding people, even if it's people I disagree with. I like to at least like, even if I disagree with you, I can still understand you most of the time, or like try and get a good idea of where you're coming from. But anti-LGBTQ, it's I think a lot of the time it's just not wanting to think about the problem. And that's usually the worst thing you can ever do. But yeah, I absolutely do support LGBTQ+, but I do worry that in not understanding the other side, I'm not doing as much as I could, you know? Um, Allswian says, also, how do you feel about goblinoids and giants being designed with a biological niche and purpose in their ecosystem? So, goblinoids and giants do kind of make sense to be, like, specifically biological, especially, like, things like ogres. Because being magical, like, okay, so Tolkien's elves, sorry, Tolkien's goblins and giants are the default. And those ones, yeah. But if you're going for more like a Witcher style, like an actual um historical interpretation of what these things are, you do need a little bit of magic in them. Um but most fantasy fiction is just derivative of Tolkien's work. So, yeah. Like it is absolutely fair. But then, like, again, back to Tolkien, all of Tolkien's dragons are magical by nature. And all of his unicorns are magical by nature. So, yeah, again, it comes back to Tolkien. But I do think it's much more interesting when you have the magical element in these things. Electric Shock says, yummy. Yummy pain. Oh no, what's wrong? What's wrong, Shark? Charfan says, hi, can I touch you? Not freaky. Are we talking like head pats? Okay, just be gentle. Spike says, gotta go, bye. Good luck! Electroshock says, don't worry about it, lol. Okay. Fatal Error says, yeah, apparently the dynamic tree is the problem. The moment I came close to a forest, started having life spikes. Yeah. So, what you want to do is you want to go into the config file. You can get at that by, Charlie says, what will you draw after this art? Well, I've got a new commission to do some emojis for, Salt. So, that's what we're doing tomorrow. In terms of, like, filling up the art slot, I'm going to get back to... So what I really, really, really want to do is make a comic book. So I've been working on a TTRPG rule set. Like a single page TTRPG rule set. And I was thinking, instead of making like a rule book, I could draw a comic. Because I made some comics when I was in high school and I really enjoyed it and I'd love to get back into doing that. So I was thinking, what if I made like the tutorial, like the explainer, the manual for the one-page rule set, instead of just being like a one page of text, make it a couple of pages of comic book that explains the mechanics in like an active setting. So, you know, just following a bunch of adventurers doing... So, you know how you've got, like, in a comic book, you've got panel, person doing something, they might have a speech bubble with text, but then you often have these, like, little square boxes with text in it as well. Well, I was thinking, we could have, like, the adventurers... Ah, come on. Doing their adventure, doing their stuff, swinging their swords, whatever. We'll have like a little goblin here. With his little sword. And then, yeah, they're doing their stuff. And it's just like a little narrative adventure of a bunch of dungeoneers going through a campaign. And then, yeah, we can have like a little square boxes appearing around the place, just kind of explaining what's going on mechanics-wise, you know? So yeah, this is my next big art project. This is just gonna be for me. Fatal Error says there are 3 different dynamic tree mods. Dynamic trees plus version for the common mod. No, you just want to change the dynamic trees main config file because the common mod dynamic trees update pulls the pulls its settings from there. Charfan says I like Chara. Aw, who's Chara? Do I know them? Are they a friend of yours? I gotta top up my tea. Oh, I see. Who's that? I don't remember Chara. I'm notoriously bad with names. My name's developed from Underverse. Oh, Fatal Error is is a Underverse reference? Oh, that's interesting. I did not know this. Charpan says that human with green shirt, not Chris. Oh! Oh, okay. I see, I see. But yeah, in terms of art stuff, we've got the salt emotes, we've got the scrungles on Thursdays, and, what's the other art thing we do? Scrungles, emotes... Oh yeah, in the comic book. I thought there was something else. Oh, I also want to get back to work on doing some 3D modeling stuff. Sneak that in somewhere. Fatal Error says, alright, I'm in the config file. You know what? I'm going to try saving this again. Hopefully it'll let me save it this time. So I'm just going to take out hands off the keyboard, let it cook. Fingers crossed. You can do it. You can do it. It did it! Okay, so, oh, Mizuki, hello! Will I get to 30 this time? Probably not. I mean, we can only hope. So I'm going to go ahead and open up Modrinth. And let us all... Okay, so we're currently at 89% RAM usage. 92% RAM usage. So, what you want to do is, you want to go into your, instance, and Fatal Error, please pay attention, because I'm not doing this twice. You want to go into your, instance, and then you're going to go up here to these little dots, and you want to go Open Folder. That'll open up this folder. I'm going to close this down now, because, it's got to save up some RAM. And then what we want to do is we want to find the config folder. So there's two config folders. There's the one in here, like in where you first land. Yeah, okay. So it should, and then you want to go to dynamic trees. Where is it? Connected, Ethereum. Let's see, dynamic trees common. So there's two. There's Dynamic Trees Server and Dynamic Trees Common. You're playing on single player, so you probably want Dynamic Trees Common. Blah, 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 blah. Okay, this isn't the one you want. You want the Dynamic Trees Server. Here we go, this is what we're looking for. So Dynamic Trees Server, then you want to find seeds, drop rate, blah, 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 blah. Here we go, seed plant rate. You want to set this to 0. And that means it'll stop checking to see if it can plant the trees when they drop. And then yeah. And that should speed things up quite a bit. If you want to speed up the growth, which is what I'm gonna have to do on the server later, is you want to change this tree growth multiplier. And there's one other thing. No, I think that was it. And then that should improve. That should improve your speed quite a bit. Mizuki says, "Welcome to Fox Tech Sport. How may I help you today?" Which seed? Oh god. Hang on. We'll open it back up. You want to change seed plant rate. So seed plant rate, you want to be 0.0. Okay. Mitsuki says, gotta go to the laundry. BRB. Good luck. It is 0, 0. Oh, okay. Well, then I'm out of ideas. Good luck. Oh, it must have... Oh, hang on. It must have pulled over the, because that's what I set it to in the mod file. Okay, so the default is much higher. But I guess when I exported the mod pack, it brought the config files along for the ride. That's handy. Also says, cool leg. Yes, cool leg. And last one, I think we'll do this one's shine back here. Because again, we don't want to go too overboard with the shining, because otherwise it'll just look tacky. We want to just enough to get the point across. You know? Go too overboard, it feels like you're trying too hard. And there we go, that's the, that was a wee bit of work. So let's go ahead and switch. So we're going to go ahead and duplicate this layer. We're going to turn off this blur, and then we're going to turn on this blur, and that'll give it a little bit of a glow to it. Let's turn up the blur a little bit. Turn it down a little bit. I feel like 9's probably a good number. There we go. That's our little glowy bits on the little glowy highlights on the letters. Autotune says, you actually pronounce it like that? I'm confused. Oh, no, that's how they say it in Undertale. That's how Temtem says it. And, I can't help but say it that way now, because Temtem's awesome. We love Temtem. Cool leg. Um, Fatal Error says, yeah, then it must be a problem with something I can't get hands on. Maybe do some Googling? Let me see if I can bring my avatar back to life. Orison says, oh, okay, yeah. Electric Electric Shock says, cool leg. Electric Shock says, amazing, cool leg. Yes. We love cool leg. Okay, so for the glass spikes, I feel like because the sun is shining through them, there's going to be this sort of diffused, blurry light coming out behind them. So I want to try, just for giggles. We're gonna do this in our glass layer. I'm gonna draw a shape that cuts through the middle of these, like so. I'm gonna fill this shape in when we're done, and then add a blur to it, and hopefully that'll give a pretty neat effect. So I'll something like that. Something like that. So we want to fill this in with a nice purple color. A new layer. We want this to be fairly vibrant because we're going to be diffusing it. Ah, not like that. What? Oh, hang on. Okay, so we've got to put this above because otherwise the mask's going to get in the way. The sun! Charafan says, what I am about to fight, he the sun becomes a god-level death god. Okay. So I'm going to delete that, and then I'm going to take this. We're going to add a Gaussian blur to it, so a filter mask. And we're going to blur the frick out of this. There we go. I'm gonna move this forwards a little. Oh, not that one. We're gonna move this forwards a little. Okay, we're gonna turn off the blur. Oh, actually, no, wait, leaving the blur on. No, that's perfect. That's exactly where we want it. Okay, Crit has decided wants to think for a bit. Nobody says the sun is a deadly laser. Oh, the sun is a deadly laser. Wait, how does he say it? I don't remember how he says it. He says it all musical-like. And then we'll opacify it so that it's barely visible. And then, yeah, this will give the, yes, that's great. So it's kind of giving the vibe that the glass crystal's kind of like giving off some sort of diffused light. So as the sun hits them, the light's going through them, but it's not. It's getting shifted and diffused, and it's kind of like opacifying. But then as the sun bouncing off of everything else gets in the way, it just becomes regular light. So it gives them just sort of ambient glow. Mizuki, welcome back. And I feel like that kind of works. We want it to be subtle, though, so we don't want to go too far. And we want to set this to, I think we want to set this to lighten. Ooh, okay, yes, this is cool. Yeah, this is great. We want to cut into this a little bit, though, because I feel like this dune would be, masking a bit of that. Turn it back on. yeah, so I'm just gonna do that for all the glass spikes. Mizuki, oh, Chaos! Hello! Welcome back, Chaos! Happy looking, buddy! Mizuki says, it's interesting to see the progress. Whenever I check for a bit, it genuinely looks awesome. Yay! Well, the last thing we did was the highlights. We're doing polish right now, so it's not gonna be like a lot of really visually striking changes. We're just kind of like doing little touches here and there that just kind of like make everything pop. Just did a few little highlights on the title. Now adding some like glow to the glass spikes, or diffused light to the glass spikes, and yeah. So there's not going to be many huge updates, but just little bits and pieces here and there to make it pop. But yeah, I'm glad you're enjoying the show. Mizuki says, doesn't matter, it's still nice to see how it changes. Aw, he's so sweet. Fatal Arrow says, yeah, I don't know what's going on, but once I left mid-match, everything started crashing. Oh. And it doesn't do this on the server? Hmm. Let me think. I could send... I could upload all the config files for the server. So just download all the server config files, send them over. I really do think it's because the server is doing a lot of the heavy lifting for you when we're playing multiplayer. I have 12 chunks on the server. You mean claimed chunks? That doesn't make much of... That shouldn't make any difference. That's just a claiming system. Okay, so we're gonna set this back to normal, and we're gonna go in and add all the glowy bits. Nom 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 nom. No. Oh, Rissy says render? Server... Oh! You mean server render. Yeah. Server... Rissy's right. Server looks rendered to 8. I'm pretty sure it's set to 8. We can have a quick peek. Oh, shoot. We're at 93% RAM usage. I'm gonna have to close some tabs. Close that, close that, close that. Okay, we're back to 89%. Still high. But yes, let's open up Exerton, server Exerton, because I think we upped it to 10 or something? I'm also gonna close down some tabs. Chrome. I don't think I need that. Okay, we're at 83%. Okay, it was Chrome that was eating up all my, here we go. Options. Because I know... Oh, here we go. View distance... Oh, no, the view distance is locked to 5. We could probably up that quite a bit. Because we're not using all the RAM that we've allocated. We'll up that to 8. Oh! Save! Oh, you gotta hit the little save button. Okay. So, what I think happened is last time I upped the RAM, you say I didn't hit the little save button that appears next, but okay. We're good. We're good now. So yeah, the render distance on the server was 5. That's why we had the distant horizons thing, because that allows you to see further, even if the render distance is tiny. And that's probably why I didn't notice that it was so in close. But yeah, it's improved now. But yeah, 5. And then, hang on, wait, this is gonna go here, and then this crystal's haze gonna go something like that, and then that. Fill that in, like so. Have to turn that back on. I just accidentally double-clicked it, it's gonna freak out. Rusty says, so that might be the difference. You got more render on your own survival than you do on the server. It's actually the opposite. I had more render on the server than survival. What? No, it was 5. I mean, I deleted Horizon due to lag, so yeah. So, you're better off lowering the render distance and adding Distant Horizons back in, because Distant Horizons is much better at, and then bringing Distant Horizons render distance down. Because Distant Horizons is much more efficient at rendering than Minecraft's default. Because Minecraft doesn't make any distinction between how it renders things really close to you and really far away, whereas Distant Horizons does. So, yeah. I think it's gonna be like this. And then something like that. And then there. We're going to beam down to here. Actually, no, we're just going to beam down to here. And that'll do. Fill you in. And then I'm going to take a peek and see how this looks so far for these two. So we're going to turn the blur back on. This will take a hot minute to cook. Fatal Error says, so I guess I'll have to observe more stuff on my side, eh? No. So what I do is I bring the render and the simulation distance way down, and then add Distant Horizons back in and bring its render distance also down. Does that make any sense? Lighten. Pacify. Yeah. Yeah, this makes the glass look a lot more, dynamic. Radiated. Kinda like to put this behind some of the other layers, but that's, actually, Yeah, we can tweak how bright we want this to be later. Like that. And I'm just gonna do these two together. Mizuki says, by the way, I got a perfect score on my civil law exam. Oh, well done! Congratulations! You can do it, Mizuki. Let's go! Okay, so this one's probably going to be the most complicated. I think it's going to go something like that, and then your glow is going to go like that, perhaps? It's going to go to about here, and then up to here. And then your glow is going to come down and meet that, and Mizuki says, I knew it went well. I just didn't expect it to be that good. Yeah, it do be like that. Sometimes sometimes the exams you're not actually expecting to do well on are the ones you slay. And then there's the ones that you, really, really need to do well on that you, absolutely flop. Pain. Okay, something like that. And actually, this one's high spikes are going to be glowing all the way out here. So we're gonna draw a big one up here, and then down there. Line down this one. Oh, hang on, wait. I want to go across here, I think. Valera says, so I bring my render to 5 and get Horizon back. Yeah, that's what I'd recommend. Because again, Distant Horizons, much better at, efficiently rendering stuff off in the distance than Minecraft's default renderer. I don't think there is any exceptions to that, though. Usually I'd like to, preface that with, except when something, or most of the time, but I think Distant Horizons is pretty damn well optimized. Mizuki says, too bad it literally doesn't matter for my degree at all. Haha, I do be like that. And then this one's going down like that. And then last one up here. And done. Awesome, so we'll fill you in. Control D to deselect. We'll bring back our glow. And let's beef up the blur a bit more. Okay, that's about as far as we'll blur. 100 pixels. It's gonna take a while to cook on that. Just gonna hit OK. Yep, it's having a think. Nobody says, I thought for a bit, and yeah, maybe your talk will do good. Okay, yeah, so, look, what, you mean here or after stream? Or, talking, I find talking is very helpful. We love good yak. We call it rubber ducking in the industry. Let's make it a little more subtle. Because again, we just want to kind of like give the vibe that they're diffusing light around them. We don't want to go too overboard. Okay, that's good. I think we need to lighten these up a bit. So I'm gonna go back to normal. Nobody says off stream? Okay. Mizuki says talking is almost always good. I agree. Okay, so we got it 10%. Remember that number, 10%. So I want to select all of these. And get our fill bucket again, and we want to set this color to be lighter. A nice light pink. There we go. Control D. Alright, now we're going to turn the blur back on. This is going to take a little bit to think. We're going to switch the overlay type back to light. Wait, why does it say favorites? Hang on, how many do you have? Holy crap. Oh! Hello? Wait, what? Why are these all ticked? Hang on, if I press multiply... Darken, multiply, additive, divide... If I switch that to lighten... Huh. Anyway, turn that back down to 10%. I'll turn it up a bit. See how it looks a little less subtle. But yes, that little bit of haze around the crystals, glass, definitely helps. Would like to make the crystals or the glass a little bit... I know, I'm trying to make them look like obsidian, because that's what they kinda are. They're fused silicon. Like some major heat blast has smashed into the sand. And thrown up glass, and as it's been thrown up, it's solidified. As it diffuses its heat back into the cold air. Or the relatively cold air. So it'd be fairly dense, I think. Sorry, just trying to clean out my ear a little. I can improve things a little. Happy lucky nobody! But yeah. So, what's next? I think we'll probably touch up the buildings a little. I keep saying I should touch up the sky, but I think the sky's actually pretty good. We did do a little bit of touching up on the sun. Cam broke? Yeah, it's been breaking all stream. It's just, I think it's just one of those days. I refresh it occasionally and it works for a little bit. So yeah, I can just do a... Oh shit. Yeah. Okay, so it's gonna try and play me an ad. We'll get the camera back eventually. Oh man. But yeah, I think maybe touching up these buildings a little. I quite like that the buildings are silhouetted. But we can probably add a few or improve these highlights a little. Rubo says PNG Fox when? Every Saturday? I do need to improve the PNG tuber foxes though. They're a bit basic. It was just a hack thing that I did for a little tutorial. Okay, let's see if that'll get the camera working again. No? There we go, we're back! Fugle! Hi Fugle! 15 stream streak, let's go! Well done! Oh man, my ear finally popped. Oh man, that's such a relief. Oh, I can hear again. Oh, thank goodness. Oh god. Hi Fugle, how you doing, buddy? Also BRB. Haha, fair enough. Happy Lucky Mizuki! Google says I'm doing good! Wonderful! Oh man, that feels so much better. I mean, still. Oh wait, there we go, it's blocked again. It was fun while it lasted. I think these neon lights can be improved a little. Let's, So I believe, yeah, this is the base for the neon lights. So if we duplicate this layer, and then increase the blur on this one, we should get a much more vivid neon effect. So having like a layered neon sort of thing. Let's see, properties. And then turn yours up to there. That's cool. And I think we'll go in here real quick, and okay, we'll touch up the base a bit because this is a little not great. So we'll just smoothen that out a bit. I mean, no one's ever going to get it this in close, but you know, we'll know. Ozian says, Fox, are there any D&D herbivore fantasy creatures? Honestly, not enough. Like, not nearly enough, and that's something that really irks me. Okay, actually, hang on, Ozur. So, in most fantasy worlds, this is a huge problem. Like, a huge problem. That's never really addressed. The fact that there's so many carnivorous creatures and so few herbivores. The food web, the ecological system just would not function. Oh, Zooms! Hey! Thanks so much for the raid! I'm just having a quick rant about, something that really bugs me about D&D. How's your stream, buddy? So, yeah, so there's no, like, really... There's no functioning ecosystem in these things. And this is a gameplay thing, because you need lots of dangerous creatures for the players to go out and hunt, and fight, and kill, and get EXP, and all that good stuff. But, Zoom says, Deezer! Yes, Deezer! How's the stream, buddy? Rissy says, welcome, readers! Yes! Hello! So yeah, it's understandable that there's such a massive skew towards, predator animals. Because players don't really feel that good attacking prey animals. Like, no one wants to go out and kill a bunny. But yeah, it doesn't really work ecologically. So you've got two options. Either you can figure out a way to make this ecological system work. Shout out Zooms. You work fast. Yeah, nobody is fast. You're gonna have to up your game, Resi. Yemi says, hello folks, hope pokes, head pass for all who want them. I must look though. Happy lurking, Yemi! And as I was saying before, we do love the lurkers. Your lurking is very much appreciated, and you're appreciated. We love you, Yummy. Zoom says, yeah, I just myself because I kept getting AI viewers. The stream wasn't half bad though. Oh, AI, hang on. AI, oh, you mean people like posting like ads, like the stream view ones? Those are infuriating. My goodness. Yeah, I know that. I know that mood. That's it's awful. Yeah. Um. They come in okay. They come in waves for me at least. Like so I haven't gotten one in like a month, I think. But then every now and then I'll have like a week where I'll get like one a day, and then I'll in that week I'll get like one day where I'll get 3 or 4. So they come in waves. So yeah, they'll chill out eventually. Once they figure. Just make sure you ban them, and if you don't mind spending the extra couple of seconds, make sure you report them, because that really does help to reduce their activity. But yeah, they can be so frustrating. Do you have any mods helping you out? I have to ban like 50 of them per stream. That's it. Whoa. Okay, that's wild. Why are you getting so many? What kind of stuff do you stream? Like, are you doing gaming stuff or art stuff or Because I don't know, maybe they don't bug me as much because I'm an art streamer. But if you're also an art streamer, that wouldn't. Hey, well, let's like a quick. Actually, hang on. I I'd love to check out your channel, but I'm kind of pressed for RAM, so opening up a Google Chrome window is gonna be dangerous. Uh, but yeah, what kind of stuff do you do? Okay, so that's the neon lights tidied up. Now what I want to do is I want to go in here, color pick this, and add a core to these. Zoom says, Ice Cream Arts, sometimes VR chat, I do some more stuff. Okay, so what were you, what, like, do you get the same amount of grief regardless of what you're doing? I'm very curious as to why it may be that they're harassing you so much. Okay, so it's just across the board. Damn. I am, like I said, I haven't been, wait, have you been streaming for very long? Like, how long ago did you start? And again, I'd love to, like, investigate all this myself, but, RAM's a bit fresh, because, so the artwork I'm working on is currently eating up 5 gigabytes of RAM on its own, this particular piece, and then there's all the OBS stuff on top, and then there's the, yeah, I'm on Linux, so the operating system doesn't eat up too much, but I don't have a lot of RAM. Zoom said I started last year. Okay, yeah, so did I. So, why are they bullying you so much? 50, that is insane! I I don't think I've ever gotten more than like 3 in a stream, and 3 is a bad day. 50 is wild. Oh, you poor thing. I can understand why that'd be so frustrating. Can you maybe like put up like a ticket on Twitch or something saying that like I'm getting an unreasonable amount of bots bullying me? Probably because I have like no one. I don't think that's. Oh, but when I was when I first started out and I had no one watching me, I again like I got more. I was getting like one like oh thank goodness my ear just popped again. Oh I can hear. Yeah, when I just started out, and I was just getting like 1 or 2 viewers, I was still only getting like 1 or 2, um, ad viewers a day. Oh, that feels so good. That's such a relief. But yeah, 50 is insane. I'm so sorry that you're getting that. That's awful. But you mentioned, that you do ice cream arts. What is ice cream arts? That sounds interesting. But yes, I'm just kind of like doing these little neon highlights in the core of these, just to kind of like, yeah, make them pop. Because again, we're going through and doing a what do I keep calling it? A polish. This is our polish pass. And I think these glows on the crystals are a little bit much, so let's turn that down a little. We don't want it to be too excessive. Just a hint. The diffusing light around them. Actually, I think. Zoom says, by the way, to answer your question from earlier, I do have a mod with me. They're just a good friend. They're my only mod currently, and then they don't show up for the rest of the stream. Like, they'll show up at, like, the very start, or towards the very end, speech, to text really screwed up. And I just meant to say art. Oh, okay. It does look really good, though. Oh, I'm glad you like it. So what kind of art? Did you want to drop an art tax? Art tax? Brock? Art tax? But if you want to drop a little art tax in chat, we'd love to see what you've been working on. Anyway, let's head back up to the neons. But yeah, this is a commission for how to do that. Like, if you upload your stuff to Twitch or something, you can drop a Twitch or Blue Sky link in here. Or, I think what some people do is they'll just DM it to themselves or like on Discord, or if you want to DM it to me, hang on, I don't think no, if you can't do it in Twitch. But yeah, if they just DM the image to themselves or like an alt on Discord, you can copy the link from there and put it in here. It's like a very short-term temporary image hosting thing. Zooms. That is exactly what it says. That was just a little test because I'm planning. Oh, you see the little blob things down the bottom? They're scrungles. So I'm planning on having like a EXP system for these little guys. This isn't what do they call it? Stream avatar? This isn't stream avatar. It's just a little thing, something I coded up myself, and I'm planning on expanding it with like a little fishing game and some little Digimon's systems and like a little battle system and stuff like that. But yeah, that's what the EXP test is about. It's literally just something I was testing real quick to see if I could use the Twitch redeem system to incorporate into the chat party. And my ear's blocked again. Okay, well, it was fun while it lasted. Oh, I gotta add the glue to this. This is gonna be down the bottom because it's like a. It's like a. The front and back of the headband is neon, but the top isn't. So I think having this extra highlight down the bottom will kind of help to show that it's being seen at an angle. Seen at an angle. Same with the eyes. We put the highlights. Actually, here we'll put the highlights for these. Actually, we use the highlights for these to act as the pupils, just to show where they're looking. Fatal says the distant horizoning really is horizoning. At distant, flowers look like blocks. I mean, yeah. I mean, it's gotta reduce the size of everything, but it does give it gives you the idea of what's going on. You know, just having a bunch of colored blocks in there at a distance, it looks like a flower field. Big fan of Distant Horizons myself. Although I understand if it's not everyone's cup of tea. Okay, cool. So that's that bit done. Let's do the highlights on the tail. And then we'll add a Gaussian to it. A very subtle Gaussian. And then I think that'll be it for the tail lights. Sorry, for the neon lights for Azure. And then we'll go up and do some tweaking or touching up on Afinial. Oh man, I'm so looking forward to going to the chemist and getting something in my ear. This is getting very upsetting. Oh, Zooms! Alternatively, if you want to DM it to me on Discord, or put it in the Discord's community art box, we have a /Discord. Why are you not unrecognized command? Oh wait, exclamation mark Discord. Oh wait, no, that's not gonna work because we don't have Firebot up. Never mind. False alarm. Unfortunately. Oh wait, hang on, we're at 84%. 85%. No, I don't want to risk it. Because it can jump up sometimes when I'm rendering a new layer. No, nobody. The bot's down. Oh, thank you, Rissy. But yeah, if you want to join the Discord and post what you've been working on in the community art box, only rule is no AI stuff. We did have a very odd person join and was posting. No, Rissy was faster. Okay. It's not. It's only a competition if I'm winning. Yeah, we had a very odd person trying to post AI art. Actually, so the first two pieces of art they posted were not AI. Okay, no, no. There's a little thing up the top. So oh, oh, Austrian. Okay, so before we get into that, Austrian sent me this list of various animals with horns. Oh, various unicorn. Yeah, so this is an example of a unicorn that I don't really like. It's just a horse with a horn. That's the fun in that. This is interesting. Um, this is pretty. Oh, I like this. This is wild. Oh yeah. Also, we're talking about we made this collage of unicorn. Yeah, it's really cool. Ooh, these guys are wild. I love what's going on here. Ooh, this one. I love. Okay, this is my favorite. This one here. This one here is my favorite by far. It looks kind of like a. It looks a bit like a goat. It's got a bit of lion in there. It's obviously got the unicorn horn. It's got a little bit of horse in it. But yeah, this one here is definitely my favorite from the bunch. This one looks goofy. Oh, this one here is very cute. I like this pink one. And yeah, these ones are pretty cool. I don't like this tan one here. This one's also cool. It's got a little bit of goat in there. This one is wild. This one's I love this one for like a Bronze Age, but like barbarians, Bronze Age sort of camp. The tail, the long tail, is what I think makes this. The tail and the beard, and the way the horn's kind of like a rhino horn. This I love. The ancient unicorn. This one's cool too. Um, what was I saying? We're talking something about the Oh yeah, yeah. So up the top, it says work posted here must be your own work, no generative AI. So I didn't post like an explicit rule. Oh, Zom. Oh, is this you? Um, Zoms? Is this the same Zom? Oh, pretty. Oh, this is very nice. This reminds me of a VR chat world. Oh wait, this. Hey, wait. Is this a VR chat world? I think I've been here. Ooh, this is pretty too. No? Oh, okay. Um. Oh, this is very cool. It's very dreamscape. Oh, I love this. I absolutely adore this one. Oh, this is gorgeous. Death. This is very dreamscape. Like it feels like dreams. I made all these today plus some others, but I have to get premium apparently to upload. Oh, Discord premium more to upload more than 4 pictures. Do you? Can't you just upload them in like batches? Like upload another batch of 4? But yes, I love these. These are gorgeous. They're very expressionistic. Beautiful. Good stuff. I give you another shout out, but it's not gonna let me shout you out again for another 45 minutes. um, but yeah. If you like what you're saying, this is all Zoom's work. This is my favorite. Actually, wait, hang on. I don't know. This one? No, this one's my favorite. This one feels like something from like what are they called? The Lovecraftian the Dreamland mythos from Lovecraft. This feels like something you see on the way to Carcosa. Yeah, they're beautiful. Well done, Zom. Yeah, I don't want to put like an explicit thing in the rules that say no AI because we have had a few people post some cool AI generated stuff. So I don't want to say like a hard no to that, but like in the community art box, that really should be no AI. So I'm putting the no AI in there instead of like the main rules thing because sometimes people do post AI generated stuff, in general and things like that. And I don't want to like say no AI stuff at all. But yeah. Reminds me of Subnautica. Oh yeah, it does a bit. Anyway, Osmian, we were talking about, um, ecological, uh, systems in D&D and stuff being way overweight towards predators. So there's two ways you can fix that. One, you can add more prey creatures, which is gonna throw your gameplay stuff off. Or two, you can add some narrative reason for it being the way it is. And one that I came up with was, so the reason you have so many predatory animals is because you want things that are going to pick fights with the players, keep things interesting. So, hang on, did I... Oh, I was doing it right there. So, one narrative thing I was thinking of was, have you seen Escape from New York, perchance? Or, played or seen anything from Batman Arkham City? Arkham City's basically just Escape from New York with Batman. See, filter mask. Want a little bit of blur on this one, just a little. I was going to say no. Okay, well, the main gist of both Escape from New York and Arkham City is that a city, or an island, so in Escape from New York, it's Manhattan Island, has been turned into a prison complex. So basically, let me go up here, and I'll paint it on this layer. So, man, I've run out of space. So yeah, they took Manhattan Island, and then so there's all the bridges that go to Manhattan Island, and they just kind of like blocked them off, and built a wall around Manhattan Island. And I think there was an English version of this as well, where they walled off Scotland for some reason. And yeah, so the city inside Manhattan Island is still, you know, a city, except it's kind of like a bit broken down. And they just took all their prisoners and dumped them in there. They just took all the prisoners from all across America and just dumped them in there, and just left them. So they had this whole... Rizzy says, peak game! Oops, caps. So, what if, instead of this, you had, again, an island, and you did the same thing, just by ships. So you could make this like a, and I think Conan Exiles, nobody says, I've been playing it lately again. What? The Batman series? So you could have like a, so Conan Exiles has a similar sort of idea to it. But yeah, you could have boats coming in and dropping prisoners off. And because you have this constant influx of people, and if you do this over, you know, hundreds, ideally thousands of years, that sounds exactly like a D&D campaign idea. Oh, okay. Oh, we've got another D&D-er. Awesome. No, Subnautica? Oh, I see, yes. I'd really like to play Subnautica. Seems like a fun game. So if you have lots of people constantly coming in over hundreds, ideally thousands of years, the ecological system would change to favor that. So instead of having lots of herbivores, because the humans are going to be, like, these human exiles are going to be coming in, like, these are going to be, like, the worst of the worst. It's going to be, like, these are going to be, like, murderers, your, essays, your thieves, but also, like, politically inconvenient people. Like, if someone, like, stages a rebellion or something, they might be exiled to the island. Heretics, religious fanatics. So you'd have all these people coming in, and they'd just be, you know, stripping the land bare of whatever they can get to eat. So, someone who steals a bag of chips? Exactly. People who talk in the cinema, that sort of thing. So, because you've got this constant influx of humans, and they're going to be basically acting as herbivores where they first land, and you can make it a rule that when people are exiled, they have to be given at least some means of defending themselves, so there's going to be constant influx of weapons. The animal life on the planet is going to be... on the, and you could do this in a sci-fi setting as well, like make it a prison planet, which would also be fun. But, yeah, so the animals would be things like, you know, wolves, hyenas and stuff, but also you'd have heaps of ravens. Well, let me draw a little bird. Actually, no. You'd have heaps of things like vultures and stuff, kind of like being about, and rats as well, like loads and loads of rats, just kind of like scavenging all the corpses of the people who are going to be dropped off here. So you've got this constant influx of people, this constant influx of weapons, which would also help to explain why there's so many weapons available in these D&D campaigns. Um, because you can make it a rule that, you know, so the way I was thinking of justifying it is, in this world, the death penalty has been outlawed. But this is still, like, because of some religious quirk. But because it's still a religious, that's because it's still a medieval system. They've still got a lot of people they want to get rid of. And again, this is the criminals, because they don't have the resources for like an institutionalized prison system. Rats, mice, shoes, predatory birds. That actually does sound like a good campaign. Yeah. So don't know about the shoes. Predatory shoes is interesting. But yeah, so the ecological system on this island, or if you're going sci-fi planet, would be shifted towards being almost entirely prey animals that are feeding, like predatory animals like wolves, lions, tigers, that sort of thing, hyenas, wild dogs that would be preying on the humans, constantly coming in, and scavenger animals. My favorite stream quit. Oh no! Oh, I'm so sorry to hear that, Orange. And scavenger animals picking apart what's left over, like carrion birds, rats, and again hyenas and wolves, that sort of thing. Oh, they're like small mice, but they mainly tear out your eyes, so very violent compared to their counterpart, and steal your hair to build their nest. Oh, okay. And oh, and other fun thing, not just the what are animals called? Well, yeah, the plant, not just the animal life, but the plant life as well, would be similarly vicious. Oh, hi, Orange, Goo Goo, Blue Blue, Regard, Qkazoo. Okay, good for you, buddy. Zoom says, oh yeah, but yeah, not just the animals, but also the plants, because there's constantly humans coming in that might not have any like skills at hunting or like even farming or anything like that. Like this would be like your thieves, your ruffians, your muggers, your serial killers, that sort of thing. These people aren't going to know how to farm. They're not going to know how to really have any skills. So all they're going to do is they're just going to like pick any grass, any like daisies, any flowers, any berries, and they're just going to eat anything. Anything they get, like they're going to strip the bark off trees, and the trees are all going to die. So the only plants that are going to survive in this environment are going to be extremely hardy and vicious. So things like like viciously barbed thorn bushes. Like every bush is going to be covered with thorns. Every tree is going to be, you know, spiky and vicious, and you just wind up with a absolutely brutal living. So Venus flytraps, pitch plants, pretty much. Once I survived in rough environments. No, well, I feel like even Venus flytraps and pitch plants, like absolutely, because there'd be heaps of flies. So things like Venus flytraps and pitch plants would make a killing. Pun intended. Let's say, oh, sorry, the bot that does the dice is currently down because I don't have the RAM to run it. I use Firebot. I don't use Streambot because I like to keep control of everything. I don't like. I use OBS, not OBS. Stream thing. So yeah, sorry, the bot's down for now. I'm gonna go out and buy some physical D20. So for days that we don't have the bot, I can just roll an actual set of dice. So yeah, I'm gonna go down to the chemist after stream to get some stuff for my year. But while I'm out, I'll also get some D20, so we can still do this while the bot's down. So yeah, sorry about that. But yeah. So things like Venus flytraps and pitch plants, because there'd be so many flies, because there'd be so many corpses, or like, you know. Yeah, Venus flytraps and pitch plants would be extremely successful. Zoom says, don't mind me, I'm just going to roll a d20 then. 18. Nice, well done. Congratulations. Okay, so let's do some highlights on Ophiniel. I hope I'm pronouncing that right. I think I'm pretty sure Electroshock said I was pronouncing that right. So we're going to go here. We're going to brighten this up a little. That's good. But yeah, this would be excellent for either a sword and sorcery campaign. Let's get rid of the silhouette. Sword and sorcery campaign, or a a sword and sorcery campaign, or a sci-fi campaign. Because I originally developed this idea to kind of think through, and we're gonna have to reset the counter to 0. Days since Fox has brought up Dune. In Dune, there's the Sardaukar who are raised on a prison planet, and that never really made sense to me until I really started thinking about it. And then when you really start thinking about it, if you've got, like, again, a planet that has this, like, over thousands of years, has this constant influx of the worst people imaginable, the environment would become horrifically vicious. In the best possible way. But yeah, I think that's pretty cool. Oh man, this thing really bugging me. So what do you think, Osrian? That was mostly directed to you. How do you roll a d20? Oh, usually using the redeem, but again, it's down for now because I don't have a lot of round to spare. Sorry. Again, I'll get a physical d20 to roll today. Osrian says, like, physically, you need to roll 2 of them. Yeah, 2. Oh, well, okay, so you can do it 2 ways. Either you can roll the same d20 twice, or you can roll 2 d20s. But I think I might as well get 2 d20s because they're pretty cheap. Zoom says, oh, hang on, let me finish these highlights, and then I'll go through and read that. Because that feels like a bit of a paragraph. We'll highlight there. There. All right, we'll come back and actually, hang on. I'll forget where I'm at if I stop now. Sorry. Okay. I think I'll remember what to do there. Zoom says, I'm also kind of doing the same thing for my next campaign next year. I'm just working on it pretty much. Anyone who does any crime, straight to jail, and most likely has to go to a suicide mission. Your job, go to a deserted planet known as Titan. Not the Titan that surrounds Venus. What? Not Venus, Saturn. Yeah, Titan, Saturn. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's Saturn. It's like Jupiter. Pretty much scientists are stopped reporting from the planet, and, well, your job's go check if they're dead, and they are, well, you don't... Oh, and if they are, well, you don't get to come back home. Fair enough. I'd love to do a, escape from, like, a space escape from New York. I think one of the Riddick movies is based on that. Like, has a prison planet, plot. Yeah, I'd love to do a escape from New York in space. Sort of thing. And, yeah, just the entire planet's ecology is based around preying on based around the humans that come in. Kind of like how deep sea life is almost entirely based around marine snow. So marine snow is where when like a whale or something dies, or you know even just like general like plankton life, fish, everything dies, they'll kind of like drift down to the lower layers of the ocean as snow. Marine snow, and basically all life at the base of the deep sea, on the floor of the deep sea is centered around collecting up this marine snow. Okay, that's cool. Let's pacify this a little. Actually, no. Let's keep it hard. Yeah, it looks nice with that hard light. Okay, that's cool. Let's do a little bit of this for the... Hang on, am I doing that for the right layer? Yeah. Let's do this for the tips of the wings, and I think we're good. I wonder if people would mind if I put like a text limit, like a word count limit on the uh on the chat. It is quite difficult reading out the paragraph posts. Although they don't happen often, so maybe not. I'm thinking like a little Twitter style word count limit. My little dyslexic brain struggles with many words. Whoa! Zoom says also planet is extremely hostile. Also, well, massive aliens that are are apparently very good at hiding, and surprise attacks currently only have one alien stats done, so not much work there. The alien is known as the Titan of Strength. The reason it has that name is, well, it was able to break through an entire nuclear bunker in under 20 seconds and killed, well, half of our population, so... But pretty much the scientists' job were to see if they can make a altered version of the things. Oh my god. By the way, sorry, it's a paragraph. It's okay, buddy. Maybe break them up in future. Um, but yeah, that does sound interesting. Zoom says, okay. Thanks, buddy. Appreciate it. Oh, just so everybody says, sounds a bit like Alien Isolation. Oh, that's a good point. It does. Oh, hang on. Wait, no, it sounds like, hang on. There was, the fourth Alien movie. Not the fourth one, the third Alien movie. Alien 3. Yeah, that's the plot of Alien 3. Alien 3 is set on a prison planet. How did I forget about that? Um, Alien 3 is set on an old prison planet that used to be not a mining colony, a foundry colony. So it'd take all the raw materials from mining vessels like the Nostromo and smelt them into uh, usable materials. But when the ore ran out, the place got shut down, and it got converted into a prison planet. And that's where the Alien 3 movie takes place. It's actually pretty good so far as Alien movies go. It's people generally sleep on Alien 3. I think it's one of the better ones for sure. Zoom says that's kind of where I'm getting my inspiration from, and also Xenomorphs. Ah, I see. Nobody says I'm just smart. You are smart. You are very smart. Nobody says, oh, did you ever play Core Keeper? It's a bit like Minecraft. No, I've never heard of Core Keeper. Is that like Dungeon Keeper? Zoom says, I mean, the massive... it's so long. I mean, the massive aliens are kind of based off xenomorphs. I'm also trying to, like, diverse myself a little bit more so that it doesn't look like I'm just kind of making my own fan-made version of Alien. Ah, okay, that's a good idea. The Titans aren't changing much, though. I do have one completely finished. Stats low. Oh, kind of like mixed... Oh, kind of mixed with Minecraft. Ah, okay. That does sound fun. I remember playing, what was it? There's a Minecraft village mod. Mine Colonies! Mine Colonies! It's a very good time. T-Rex. Have you seen this? Zooms? This is what I'm thinking of when you say Xenomorph and Titan. There was a, yeah. There was a Xenomorph, that was bred out of T-Rex DNA, and it's so wild. I love this one. They made a miniature of it. Do we have a bigger version? Oh, that's 500, 400. I think this is the biggest one we're gonna get. Dino Alien. Yes. Oh, hang on. Wait. Here's the miniature. Yeah, they made a print of it. Mad lads. Oh wow, this is huge. Wait, why is it so? Oh, it's because I'm zoomed in. Yeah, this thing's just so cool. Like, this is so heckin' cool. And they don't have a person to scale, but a person's, like, really small on this. Okay, it's a really cool game. Okay, that sounds fun. Zoom says the one that is completely finished is known as the prototype. Oh my, I just got more inspiration. Yeah, let's go. Well, yeah, just Google, or I'm using Brave image searches, but yeah, just Xenomorph T-Rex is where I got these from, and oh wow, what's this? Okay, I don't like that one so much. That was kind of cool. Oh, okay. Shane, this one's so blurry, but that one looks cool too. But yeah, the Z. Oh, that one's awesome. Yeah, the Xenomorph T-Rex is really heckin' cool. Ooh, oh man, again, Shane, this one's so low res. But yeah. Zoom says also I'm getting some inspiration from real world predators. Also predatory species. Add. Oh, okay. Well, good time to have a stretch. Oh, actually, hang on. Let me look up Core Keeper. Core Keeper. But yeah, Minecraft. The Minecraft Mine Colonies is a good time. Oh, cute. Oh, that is very cute. I love it. It's like Stardew Valley. Bugs. Oh, is that bug? That's a big bug. It's a big old bug. Very cute. Beautiful. Somebody says, yes, it's Stardew Valley with a bit of Minecraft. Ah, I see, I see. Nobody says, I've been playing it, it's really fun. Yeah, it does look fun. I'm glad you're enjoying it. Nobody says we should do a gaming stream one day. I'd love to. We used to do Stardew Valley for a little bit. Um, Crow, Anexi, Gray, Rissy, Chaos. Uh, who else? Oh, Lily was there for a little bit. Mew and New were there for a little bit. But yeah, we've done that before. That was before we did the Cobblemons thing. Right now, Cobblemons is kind of our gaming thing, but, I guess we could have another gaming stream. Like another gaming stream day. What would you like to play, nobody? Alright, let's add... Oh, hang on, we gotta do the little globes on the tips of the wings. Nobody says, I don't know, Core Keeper is a multiplayer game, it would be fun, or something like that. Yeah, maybe we could do it on Wednesdays. We could have, the public Cobblemon thing on Saturday, and then, you know, have a smaller scale thing on Wednesdays. Yeah, we'll get it sorted. Nobody says, no, you need your rest. I mean, it's the only way it's gonna work. Sorry. It is what it is. Okay. Okay, so that's blurring a little too much. Let's turn it down to maybe 3, I think is probably a good number. It's gonna probably take a minute to think. Okay, that's good. We'll duplicate this. Duplicate. And then we'll turn off the extra... Alright. Again, it's so subtle. You cannot see it from back here, but it helps. I think the glow... Oh, the glow of the glass is... I think it's just right. Yes, that's good. Cobblemon is also fun. Yeah, Cobblemon is fun. Rise of Venial, Azure Chronicles. Zoom says, I need to get Minecraft at some point. Minecraft is a surprisingly good investment. It's gone up in price so much. I mean, I feel like it's going up in price to try and track inflation. So I'm not, like, too mad about it rising. Like, I understand why people would be upset with it, but, like, people who haven't already got it would be upset with it, but, yeah, I feel like they're trying to track inflation. But, it's pretty good investment. It's up there with games like Kenshi, in terms of, like, the amount of hours you get out of it, for what you pay for it. Yep, we've got some glow on the lightning. So when it's rendered out, I think it's going to be rendered out at 2048 by 2048. It's usually going to be at 512 by 512. Wait, hang on. It's probably most likely going to be seen at yeah, this size. Like this is the largest it's ever going to be seen on the store page. So all the little foibles around the edges here, they're never gonna be seen. I'm so used to doing pixel art. I gotta get my head out of the pixel art game, and mostly it's gonna be seen at this distance. So this is the this is a scale we want it to be most to work best at, because most of the time people are just gonna be scrolling because this is for a album on Bandcamp and that sort of thing. So it's gotta grab your attention from this scale, and I think it does that. And then when people click on it, it's gonna be at this scale, at the largest, like when it's playing. Sometimes if someone's downloaded it and is playing it in like a media player, it might be this big. But the main scale that we want to pitch for is this and this, and I think it works at that. Nobody says, oh, we could just do a Discord community thing where we could do something like a Gardic phone or as Shark Karaoke. Karaoke? But yeah, we could do a karaoke thing. I have been meaning to set up a karaoke thing in VR chat for a while. I reckon that'd be really fun. Zoom says, by the way, I'm going to grab lunch. I shall be back. Alright, Chipotle. Can go grab leftovers from dinner last night. I'm only happy with my family took me to dinner last night for my birthday. Oh, wonderful. I hope you had a good time out there, buddy. Nobody says, I don't know how to spell. It's okay. Neither do I. I'm not gonna judge you. I was raised on spell check. I can't spell for the life of me. Alright, so we're just snooping around for any little bits and pieces that could use a little touch. Actually, I'm gonna zoom out to here. Here. And just see if there's anything that feels like it could use. So I don't wanna add too much detail. Because again, if we add too much detail, it's not gonna look good from back here. Like if it's too noisy, the thumbnail is going to just be noise. So we want the thumbnail to really, really pop. But we also want it to look good at this scale too. So right now, I'm trying to add little bits of detail that aren't going to add noise. If that makes any sense. Clutter. That's the word I'm looking for. I want to add little bits of detail, but I don't want to add any clutter. Because right now, the composition's pretty much on point. And I feel like adding any more clutter to the scene is going to make it break at the thumbnail scale. So yeah, I'm just kind of like adding details, but not clutter. Zoom says, by the way, I'm driving lunch right now. I would join that VR... Oh, hang on. By the way, I'm having lunch right now. I would join the VR thing. Oh, okay, cool. We have had a few VR... We had one VR get-together a while ago. No, we had a few VR chat get-togethers. We could definitely do that again. I think we had like a world tour day. I gotta get myself a headset. I don't have a VR headset. I just do it on PC. Haven't mean to buy myself one for a while though. Yeah, like I said, I don't think it would be wise to add any more details. Sorry, any more features at this point, because again, it'll get noisy and cluttered. I don't know. I'm kind of pressed for things to add. I think we've got it. Wow. Let me see what time the pharmacy opens. Ah, 8:30. That's in... Oh, 4 hours. Okay, cool. Nobody says, yay, it looks really cool. Yeah, I think we're done. Okay, so, I'm not sure what to do now. let's, oopsies, close that. Save this. Control S, and we'll export it at a couple of resolutions. And yeah, I'm glad you like it. Austrian says, I need to sleep. I hope you have a cute and pretty stream, and remember to kiss your homies goodnight. Rest well, Austrian. Thank you so much for hanging out. And good luck with the world building. Your stuff's looking really cool, especially your maps. Austrian's making some wild maps. Actually, Austrian, do you have to sleep like now? Because I finished the art. We could take a look at your map that you sent me a while ago. If you don't have to go like right away. I think they're already gone. Rest well, Austrian. Ba, 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 ba. Yeah, I think I think we're good. Yeah, so I'm currently at 88% RAM usage. So I can't really do anything else. It's open. Can't even really. Maybe maybe I can risk. Okay, I've saved it, so it doesn't matter if it crashes now. So I'm going to open up a. Okay, we're at 91%. Okay, so I've just opened up an extra window so I can see who's streaming right now. Mizuki's streaming. But yeah, I'm thinking maybe, mostly since I'm sick. Usually I'll try to go for at least 3 hours, but we're 15 minutes away from 3 hours, so close enough. Does anyone have anyone they would like to guide the raid into? Yeah, I'm thinking since we're done, probably good to wrap things up. I can get a little bit rest in, and then go to the chemist in 4 hours to get something for my ear, and then hopefully tomorrow we'll be better. So, Polygon streaming, Burley streaming, Mizuki's currently. Ooh, Rosalie Draws is streaming Saw? Oh, that's 18 plus. Pemptic streaming, Annalise streaming? Final Fantasy 14? Yeah, do we have anyone who'd like to guide the raid? Nobody says. I would have someone, but they have 90 views. That's a bit too much. No, we can drop it in on someone who has 90 viewers. That's cool. I just prefer so I don't want to do like big streamers regularly. I don't mind like throwing in a big streamer every now and then. It's just I'd like to, do mostly smaller streamers. But yeah, if you have your biggest streamer that you'd like to raid into, we can absolutely do that. Chicken Prez. Okay, let's chicken them out. Let's chicken them out. We just chicken out chicken breasts. Oh wow, that's gorgeous. All right. Sure. Oh, I love what's going on the side here. All right. Yeah, it looks good. All right. So yeah, I think I'll wrap things up. Wrapping things up a little early today, but I think I need to lie down. Lovely chicken. Yeah. So, /raid chicken brez. But yeah, thank you so much everyone for coming along. Thank you for the stream. Hope you get better quick. Yeah, me too. I'll go to the chemist today. But yeah, thank you so much everyone for coming along. Huge thanks to nobody for that's who says thanks for the stream. Hope you get better quick. Oh, that was us who saying that. Sorry, you both your names are pink. I get confused easily. But yes, thank you so much everyone for coming along. I had a really fun night. We got we got it done. We got it done. It's done. So I'll be rendering this out at various DPIs and sending them off to Electroshock. And yeah. tomorrow we're going to be working on another batch of emotes. This round is going to be for Salt, Lord Salt. So we've got another emote commission lined up, ready to go. No sleep for the wicked. Oh, sorry, no rest for the wicked. We'll be getting right back into it. So yeah, if you're interested in seeing how emojis get animated and how the Fox works, please do come along. I'd love to see you there. But yeah, so now we're going to go over and say hi to Chicken Prez, who's working on this gorgeous piece of fairy art. Yes, thank you so much everyone for coming along. Huge thanks to the mods, nobody in particular, and also Rissy. And yeah, I'll see you next time. Bye.
Hello! Welcome, raiders! Welcome! Welcome, hi! Thank you for the raid! Hello, hello! Hello! Oh my god, foxes. Foxes are here!
My favorite. Insectos.
Hello! Thank you so much for the raid! Thank you, thank you. If you got a raid in one, please do. Have a rest. Have a snack, have a drink, have a nap. Oh, how stretchy can Chicky get?
22 months. It's been that long?
Leroy, thank you! Thank you, thank you. Thank you. For 22 months, thank you. Welcome. Hi. How are you guys doing? How was your stream? Hope you had a good one. Oh, hi, West. It's beautiful. I'm glad you like it. Take it. I'm not quite feeling it yet, to be honest, but I'm trying to get there. Well, thank you, thank you. Thank you for the encouragement. Hi, Winter. Hello. Okay. Archie. You're liking Archie. That's crazy. There are foxes here now. There's foxes here. Foxes have come in. Look at those foxes. Look at them. What? A lot of sleepy fox. They're so hacking EP. I'm also EP. I'm not a fox, but I hope I can join your nappings. If you have group naps, please invite me. Thank you. I would appreciate it. That would be pretty cool. I'm gonna go nap for all of us right now. Okay. Please make it count.